estates in an otherwise strong market and a strong rally that we've seen for all the real estate stocks. Prestige is down about 4.5%. They reported their strong business quarter update, but there have been multiple reports as well. So let's go straight to Irfan Razack, who's the CMD at the Prestige Group, joining in to speak about those. Thanks a lot, Mr. Razack, for joining in. Before we talk about your quarterly updates, there have been reports in the newspaper that suggest that a new entrant in the Mumbai real estate market is under the scanner of intelligence agencies due to fundraise from some underworld kingpins. The indication is that it could be Prestige Estates. I just wanted your thoughts, if you could clarify on just that.
Actually, I'm pretty saddened to hear that and read that report also. I got some report like this from multiple friends. Of course, it doesn't talk about any name. It only talks about a developer from South India. See, all I would say, it's basically, it's a total, shows clear envy and clear jealousy. And it's a what I would call it is a completely, skewed, or it's a prejudiced report. By God's grace and with all this thing, whatever the company has done so far has always stood on strong foundation, strong principles, and has worked really, really hard. When I say the company, every single member of this company, whatever results they have brought is only because of this sheer hard work. And the results you've seen for the quarter, we've almost done 4,000 crores worth of sales. We have done something like 2,700 crores worth of collections. And you see, just because we go and buy a plot
Mr.
in
Razack?
Mumbai. Yes.
Got it. No, I totally understand. I mean, but for the benefit of your shareholder, who perhaps is a bit concerned about the fall in the stock price, can you once again sort of put to rest all of these rumors that it is definitely not the Prestige Group that is a part of this report?
No, it is 100% not of Prestige Group. If Prestige Group has bought this plot of land, has bought it from Edelweiss ARC. This particular plot of land, which was reported yesterday where the business happened, it was in the pipeline for almost a year, and the transaction got concluded almost 4 to 5 months ago. Registration happened sometime in April of this year. It just got reported yesterday, and it just shows that somebody is not happy that we are succeeding in Mumbai, and we are doing a lot of work. And as far as my shareholders, my investors, everybody else who's in this, you are seeing this, I must assure and reassure them that Prestige is an absolutely clean, transparent company. And obviously, there's no need for Prestige to go and get funds. I mean, first of all, the funds all are coming from banks and from our internal accruals. And if at all, Prestige has done a lot of work in Mumbai, it is all through some acquisitions, through redevelopment projects, through NCLT acquisitions. And if you ask me, when I'm doing the Prestige City in Mumbai and Mulund, I picked up that land from an NCLT settlement. I picked up my Nautilus, which was a redevelopment and which was stuck in the banks, and I've paid a lot of banks money to clear that up. So actually, I am the savior. The company has been a savior for a lot of banks. Similarly, Just Then Classic, which we are doing, we paid HDFC Capital and retrieved NCCL over there. Similarly, on Daffodils, which are doing as a small project that's in Bandra, that's a redevelopment project. And of course, this latest one which we bought, which was not as latest for us, it's almost 6 months old. And that's a Edelweiss ARC deal. And I don't think anybody needs to get concerned and give motive to it. I think this whole report is highly motivated, and I'm pretty saddened that this sort of underhand sort of report ever has to come. But of course, no names are there. And I don't want to take that on myself. It talks about a South Indian developer. And surely this is not the South Indian developer. This South Indian developer is pretty strong, confident what it's doing, and always stands for ethics and doing business in the right way. We never take shortcuts. Never take shortcuts.
Mr. Razack, that point is taken. So just a two-part question. One is that you haven't been approached by any regulatory agency as of now for any kind of clarification.
Not at all, not at all, not at all. Again, that is speculation. And that is, we are sitting here peacefully. and we are doing our business, and no agency has asked us anything. And they are in their own rights. In case they see some report like this and they want to ask us, we've got the answers. There's no issues on that. Everything is clean and transparent.
All right. So you're not being questioned by any regulatory agency as of now with regards to any kind of deal that you've done recently. This 700 crores that you're shelling out for this land parcel in Mumbai, which you're acquiring from, which was earlier owned by DB Realty. I assume it's through the Edelweiss ARC that you're acquiring it. How are you funding the 700 crores? You did mention it briefly, but if you could break it up for us.
Yeah, see, first of all, that a whole lot of money came from our internal accruals. And of course, again, Edelweiss funded us a certain amount of money. So that bridged the gap, and that's how the registration happened. And we are now the owner of that plot. And there's no joint development there. And there's no, it's a straight buy. And I don't understand why we should give motives to that. And there's no other motive except that we've done a straight transaction with the Edelweiss ARC to buy that land.
And nothing goes to DB Realty, obviously, right?
No, I mean, obviously the land belonged to DB Realty. So whatever money that Edelweiss ARC has taken, I think they'll give them the credit and square up their accounts.
All right. Just wanted to understand a couple of other things as well. There were a couple of large trades this morning. About 2% equity changed hands on the bourses. So I just wanted to know if you'd be aware of the participants of that deal. Would there be promoters? Would there be, any of your institutional shareholders?
Honestly, I have no idea on it. I don't understand why this knee-jerk reaction should be there. It's 30 years since we've got listed. And this is the first time we faced some sort of a thing where the stock has to have a spike either upwards or downwards. And this is something the markets have to understand and have to, probably give an explanation why something like this has happened.
Okay, Mr. Razack, full marks to you for coming out and clarifying to all of these reports so quickly as well. That is a great mark of corporate governance on the company's end. So I'm sure your shareholders will appreciate that. We can't decide how the market the market moves or stock prices move. So coming back to the business which you know best, the Mumbai market is a very hot one for you, right? I understand that you got about 600 crores of sales in the quarter gone by from the Mumbai region itself. How much will the contribution go up to over the next 2 to 3 years? And any other land buys with DB Realty that you would be planning, or anything else in the Mumbai market in the near future?
See, as I've been saying this again and again, now whatever exposure we have in Mumbai market, we want to consolidate our positions in Mumbai. We've acquired some 5 of these or 6 of these in Mumbai. We want to consolidate our positions. 2 of them are office projects and the rest are residential. Now, the latest one that will come to the market, now the Ocean Tower, the plot that you talked about, the approval is already in place. Since we had already paid up this money some time ago, we had to work hard to see that the interest and holding cost shouldn't be great. And that is something that we are working for launching. And then Nautilus is another one which we've taken. It's a redevelopment project. It was a struck project. And now we've paid out a whole lot of money to banks and others. And that again is under approval and we are working on it. Now, having said that, these are the buys that we've done in Mumbai. And I think that we've got our hands full. We've got a lot of things in Mumbai. We want to first now start looking at focusing how to deliver what we've started. And maybe if we get some great opportunity, and there's nothing, we are not married to any particular landowner or developer or land. We have to see if that opportunity is good, if the pricing is good, and if we believe we do have the bandwidth and the cash flows, we'll look at it. But right now, I think Mumbai, there's a lot that we've done. I know that we'll get a lot of revenues from Mumbai, apart from the office, which I personally believe we are going to create 2 very big landmarks for Mumbai skyline. And these will be sort of a hit. Both locations are great. One is Mahalakshmi, the other is BKC. Having said that, apart from Mumbai market, why should I only focus there? Bangalore is doing extremely well. Hyderabad is another market which is very potential. We are working in Hyderabad. Our Prestige City, Hyderabad is getting ready for launch. We're waiting for last bit of approvals there. Those, in fact, even those numbers should have come in the previous quarter, but we are very, very hopeful and bullish that we'll get the approvals now, and those numbers will hit us, and the company will show you far better results than what we've done in this quarter, in this current quarter. So, I mean, it's as usual for us. And of course, Chennai also, we've got a large development which is under approval. It's a process is all about approvals, getting the RERA number, and coming to the market. Since the market is good, we have a very strong brand. Our customers believe in us. They are betting on us, and they are buying from us.
Mr. Razack, you know, if you could just then lay out for us very clearly, which are the projects which are coming up under development in FY24, and what would your funding requirements be for that, and how would it be funded?
See, the good news is the funding requirements have already been met for our residential projects, which are in the pipeline, because the land is acquired. It's already in place. It's the last mile money that may be required for some of the approvals that needed to be funded. And then once the pre-sales happen, automatically you'll have, instead of negative cash flows, you'll have positive cash flows. And that's how we've been working. And like I told you, we are now on the verge of launching Prestige Park Grove in Bangalore, which is a 7 million square foot launch development saleable area.
Could you just quantify it for us, sir? Could you just quantify it for us, Mr. Razack? I have X number of projects which are probably going to see the light of day in FY24. This is the amount of money I require, and this is how it's going to be funded.
Offhand, I just can't throw numbers. But I believe we have a strong pipeline for this financial year of almost 27,000 crores. And all this will be positive cash flows, which will come. Of course, all the money doesn't come upfront. It does come by installments, and everything doesn't get sold overnight. But we are pretty sure that the response will be great. And we will, like how we've churned almost 3,000 crores in this quarter, we'll be churning much more in the next few quarters in terms of collections and also in terms of pre-sales. So I believe FY24 will be a boom year for the company.
Right. Just this on this land that you bought from DB Realty subsidiary, the 704 crore deal, how much would that mean in terms of revenue potential for you?
That will be a 4,000 crore revenue potential fully. And after all, of course, everything won't get sold. It's a high price, high ticket size product also. But it will again change the skyline of Mumbai. It's a very ambitious project, and it'll look really, really beautiful.
The building will be done by you itself, and there's no connection with DB Realty commercially apart from the purchase that you've made with Edelweiss ARC, right?
No, not at all. It's a straight buy. It's a straight purchase.
Okay, Mr. Razack, we leave it at that. Thanks a lot for joining in and giving us all of those clarifications. Really appreciate your time and your intention to clarify all of those reports to your shareholders. Thanks a lot for that.